where they're laughing together, where they're hugging, where they're kissing, where they're communicating more and more. Hey guys, welcome back to another video. In case you're new here, my name is Kim. This is Core Union. I have a really wonderful success story to tell you guys about today. My client and I met yesterday, and as soon as, I saw her, she was glowing, she was excited, she was giddy. So I just wanted to share this with you, intending that it inspires you, because when you listen to success stories, you have to really understand that if one person can manifest their specific person, their mirror soul, their true love back, even after a horrible circumstance that was like a really bad fight where either you think that you can't forgive yourself because you said and did things that were unforgivable, or they said and did things that were really bad and very painful, age gaps, long distance, what religious differences, socioeconomic differences, all of it, third parties of all different kinds. When you take that problem off of the kind of energetic pedestal that you have it on, like to you, it's like the size of the world, but to God, universe, source, the light, your creator, divine intelligence, it's like a little speck of dust. It's like it doesn't matter. Recognize and realize who you are, who your person is to you, how reality is consciousness. Your reality is your consciousness being shown to you. It's a simulation. What's happened in the 3D is real. It has solidified, but it's changeable, malleable. It morphs and changes as you change. It's that simple. Have fun, play in your imagination, use your imagination. That's what it was given to you for. And have certainty, certainty that you wouldn't have the desire unless that desire already existed, because that's why it was planted inside of you. It already exists and it is desiring you. That's why you're so magnetized towards it. If my client can get to this point where she has now forgiven herself and now the unfolding is super profound, then if she can do this, you can do this. Remember, if you are blaming, shaming, guilting yourself, that is a lower level of consciousness. When we're in lower levels of consciousness, in survival mode, we believe we are technically separate from everything, including the God within, but you are already the light. And your ego, personality, the body, the gender, the name, that is your vessel. That's just the vessel. It's the character. But you can change that. You can conform and change, allow yourself to be who you truly are, the best version of yourself. You are already that. You just don't realize it because of the layers and layers of years of not realizing that reality is your consciousness. And so reality is always showing you what you need to look at and what you need to release and let go of. If you are blaming yourself, then they're going to blame you, or they're going to blame themselves too. All of this rehashing the old story, all of this fear, all of the heaviness in your heart, the pain in your heart. I get that. I understand that. I've gone through hell and back with things that I've manifested, but it's always an invitation for you to regroup, let it go, and give yourself love, forgive yourself, and then obviously see what you want with your person, the end. Always go to the end. Don't get stuck in the middle. So anyway, I know that this video is going to inspire a lot of you. So before I get into it, if you love me, please do like, comment, share, and subscribe to the channel. It helps me grow, and I really do appreciate you for that. If you want me to be your coach to help you manifest your mirror soul back, your specific person, your true love, or any other transformation, because it is actually all the same. It's just I would guide you and teach you how to overcome the obstacles, the limiting beliefs, the fears, and stuff like that. I'll basically give you structure to do inner work. All right, and provide you with tools. Email a short description to kim@coreunion.com. Go to the website, coreunion.com, book whatever you want to book, and then my scheduling assistant, Olga, will get back to you as soon as possible. So let me now get to my transcription. So we left off, and she said, you had told me that I need to forgive myself. And I really took that to heart, and I took it very seriously. She went within and she told herself that she's loved, and she went back in that energy, in that time, and she told herself that's not who you are now. It's okay. And she basically talked herself through. He had said to her, I think this is massive. He basically said to her, now they go back, they are married, and there was a separation because of something that she didn't actually do, but he believed that she did. And so she was blaming herself, even though she never actually did anything. But because she didn't handle it the way she feels like she should have, now this has been a very long time in the making. So now he basically said, I wish I had forgiven you sooner. And I thought that was huge. What a mirror that is. It's almost like she decides to forgive herself now. She realizes I have to forgive myself. Then she forgives herself, and then he says, I wish I had forgiven you sooner. It's like such a mirror. It's almost like she's saying to herself, I wish I had just forgiven myself sooner instead of all these years of the anger towards myself. It's amazing, the mirroring. In one of our next conversations, he has then said, even though you've been living as a married woman, I haven't, because I didn't see any way back for us. She's been living as they're married, but she wasn't seeing a way until she realized she had to forgive herself. That's her way. And then he's able to basically say, I wish I had forgiven you. And, even though you've been married, I haven't been. So it's almost like him saying, I'm catching up to you. That's how I take that. Now, she said he was getting ready to leave and he had his hand on the door and she started crying and he said, I can't let your emotions matter to me. I can't be vulnerable with you, but I hate seeing you in pain. And then he came over and he hugged her and she said, can't we just wipe the slate clean? And she said, I swear, I saw something shift inside of him. And she said, maybe we could forget everything and start again. And all he said was, let me think about it. I didn't know what was going to happen next, but our daughter's graduation was coming up. We ended up spending Friday night, Saturday, and Sunday working together on the house and in the yard. There was so much flirting. And at one point, he hugged me really tight. And I asked, what was that for? And he said, it's for all the times that I gave you weak hugs. And I thought that was the sweetest. And then he twirled me around in the yard, and we were like kids again. The next weekend was the daughter's actual graduation, and it felt like we were a couple again. He kept calling me honey. He referred to the house as our house, and we sat and we talked to guests like we're together. And I said, well, that's because you are. And that's when I felt it, just like old times. It's funny, you had just posted a video about that it's okay to post sexy pictures, to give sexy pictures to your person. The only time where it's manipulation is when you are trying to get their attention because you don't believe they already have it. You're trying to get them jealous. You're trying to make them to see how they feel about you, to try to get a reaction. That is 100% manipulation. You should never do that. That'll actually, most likely it'll backfire on you too. But when you know that your person is attracted to you, send them pictures because that's what confidence is. That's what it looks like when you're a couple and you know that your person is deeply attracted to you. So she said that was funny because I had just posted that video, and that evening he was feeling under the weather and he sent her a picture. He was in bed and he sent her a picture from the other place that he's in right now, not under the same roof yet, basically of his chest, and he's laying down in bed. And she responded and she said, well, you don't look sick to me. And he replied and he said, maybe you can send me a picture so it's the last thing I see before I fall asleep. She said, so I did. And then he replied, well, I'm going to sleep really good tonight. Since then, he's been texting me every morning, little memes, little jokes. Last weekend, he came over Friday night for dinner. Then on Saturday, we spent the entire day together. We went on different rides. We flirted a lot. He teased me and he said, you're a cheap date, because we only brought drinks on the trail and it was so much fun. On Sunday, we grilled outside and he's just been texting me and showing up. But every time he says, I want to talk, I still get scared. Like her heart sinks every time he says he wants to talk because of the past, just of the past times where, it was, he wanted to talk and it was like a painful thing. So then that's when I stopped her and I said, you need to just reframe that. He wants to talk because he loves communicating his feelings to me. So he loves to talk. He loves to communicate in a loving, emotionally mature, respectful, and kind, sweet way with me because he loves communicating his feelings with me. See it from that perspective. He loves talking because he loves opening up because he loves you. On Monday, she usually goes to yoga. But on that day, her friend invited her out. So she was wearing this adorable little cute sundress. And while she was walking out into the garage, he was right there and he looked really surprised. And he said, Oh, you're not going to yoga? I said, I was going out. And he said, Okay, well, have a good time. And then she realized that maybe he wanted to hang out or something. I think the next day he brought up the dress a few more times and he kept saying, So did you wear that to work? Because you looked really nice. He's just deeply attracted to her. Now he's showing her and he's expressing it more and more. When she was in her darkest night of the soul, so to speak, and she was thinking, how will this ever, we're not even talking. She could right now, in her energy of everything that's unfolded and seeing all the beautiful moments that she's having now, where they're laughing together, where they're hugging, where they're kissing, where they're communicating more and more. And especially now after she's forgiven herself, right now, she can energetically go back to the moments when the things first happened and tell herself, trust me, you have nothing to even worry about. Don't waste your energy worrying about this. This is going to be okay. And this is the case for all of you guys right now. If you're in the position where you're not hearing back from your true love, your mirror soul, your specific person, you will. Just trust in it. Go to the end. Be the light that you actually are. Let go of the limiting beliefs. Don't feed the old story anymore with your energy, awareness, and attention. Because when you feed something with your energy, awareness, and attention, even when you resist it, when you like resisting it, when you're afraid of fear and all of that stuff, you're just expanding what you don't want. So you need to withdraw your energy from all of that and put all of your loving energy and power into yourself and into a beautiful life with your person, and forgive yourself. Forgive yourself by loving yourself and pouring all that love into you. Forgive your person too. See the highest and best in you. See the highest and best in them. See that they see the highest and best in you. And the two of you guys are a loving, happy couple. And especially because of the time apart. What a beautiful love story that is for you to have pride in and be proud of yourself. So celebrate yourself now from the end. And when you do your inner work, do it from the end, not from the middle. Don't get stuck in micromanaging the middle because that's where people end up getting drained. Okay, so you want to do this in a healthy way. If you need help with this, obviously you know that you can reach out. So please do affirm down below that I'm completely open to being who I was created to be, having all the love, money, health, and success that is my birthright. And if you need me, just reach out. I'll talk to you guys soon. I hope that this helped. Bye.